The American elections actually ended, with the Democratic candidate Joseph Biden, Joe, and his deputy, Kamala Harris, obtaining 290 electoral votes, and it is sufficient for them only to get 270 votes to win the two positions. But this election has not yet officially ended after President Donald Trump's campaign raised its challenge to the results of some of the states likely to win. Biden to the judiciary are required to recount again in the disputed states with the exclusion of ballot papers in the mail. And after President Donald Trump insisted on confirming that he was the winner of the election. At the same time, the results of the congressional elections, specifically the Senate, were not finalized. As the competition is still fierce between Democrats and Republicans for the two seats in Georgia, in which the elections will be repeated. On the one hand, the Democrats seek to win the two seats in the state, then they will have 49 seats in the House. With the confirmation of Kamala Harris, the vice president's vote as a constitutional president of the Senate, and on the other hand, the Republicans are fighting for these two seats to win the majority in the Senate in an attempt to balance the powers with the Democrats who won the presidential elections and the majority of the House of Representatives. Nevertheless, does this victory for the Democratic candidate with the presidency and the successes achieved in the congressional elections which he hopes to achieve mean that he will be able to restore the United States of America as a leading country, and to achieve harmony, and national unity after all that happened and in light of the existing and certain divisions and sharp polarizations? Will he be able to overcome all the intense conflicts that occurred over the past months, and end all the hostilities that erupted between the Americans? Many believe that Joe Biden is chasing the impossible and that good intentions are not sufficient to remedy all or even some of what has been corrupted by the divisions and electoral struggles that brought the worst of American society out of it. They also see that the sweet talk that Biden spoke at the height of the election tension, with the end of the vote on Tuesday evening and the start of the vote-counting process, is not enough to heal the wounds that President Donald Trump is still suffering by his insistence on rejecting defeat and accepting Biden's victory, and his insistence on mobilizing his huge fans who voted for him and did not let him down, 71 million votes, to thwart Biden's victory, which works in the opposite direction of Biden's efforts aimed at reuniting the Americans, forgetting all that happened, and announcing his refusal to treat electoral opponents as enemies, which heralds as a title to rule in his new administration. The first challenge concerns the Democratic Party, which ostensibly won the presidency and the majority of the House of Representatives, awaits the Senate and won a good number of state governors, but the party that united in its electoral battle against the Republicans is united by the terms of its political currents that are increasingly diverging from a traditional liberal current to which Biden belongs and a large number of Democratic symbols, and between the left of the center and the current of the left closest to socialist thought. The last two currents will seek to impose themselves strongly, whether as members of the new administration or on the governance agenda, by giving priority to achieving social justice and combating racial discrimination. Biden is required to invent the unifying formula that prevents the party from disintegrating, which will not be excluded. The second challenge concerns the Republican Party and its chances of accepting a national reconciliation with the Democrats and abandoning President Donald Trump, specifically what can be considered President Trump's political project and the social forces, class and ethnicity that formed the electoral base of President Trump. Early Republicans were divided over those who sympathize with President Trump's position refusing to recognize Biden's victory, support him and are ready to fight his battle against the election result, and between those who accepted the result and demanded the president accept it, respect American democracy, and stop questioning state institutions. This party divided on itself between those who are traditional Republicans are not very different from the traditional Democrats and those who are populists or Trumpian who can create a historic split in the party, and thus prevent the success of Biden's endeavor for national unity, which is impossible to achieve without uniting the Republicans and bypassing them. Hostility and strife with the Democrats. The third challenge is the most dangerous and the most important because it concerns the reality of American society and the unprecedented division and polarization it suffers, and the spread of strange phenomena that have become common, such as what is known as closed boycotts in light of the increasing phenomenon of Americans' tendency to isolate themselves in societies with similar thinking socially, economically, and intellectually, and also ethnically and religiously, with the decline in opportunities for social mobility and economic equality, unlike what was in previous decades, when the minority acquired the largest part of the wealth gradually and consequently the conditions of the majority deteriorated over recent decades, and this led to the so-called geography of discontent, where states and provinces succeeded in managing its affairs economically, while other states suffered from the violence of economic transformations, which led to the emigration of many from the poorer states to the more fortunate states, and from the heart of the economic gap, the ethnic and political polarization was born. With economic insecurity, fear of poverty, a sense of anger, and the loss of class and social status, the closed national discourse has become a lifeline for many, with the growing discontent at the risk of the death of the American dream, which is the discontent that it has expressed strongly during the electoral battle, and will remain for an indefinite period. The most dangerous challenge that will face the Joe Biden project, in challenging the impossible after all that happened in terms of the chaos in the ties that used to protect American unity. The American elections actually ended, with the Democratic candidate Joseph Biden, Joe, and his deputy, Kamala Harris, obtaining 290 electoral votes, and it is sufficient for them only to get 270 votes to win the two positions. But this election has not yet officially ended after President Donald Trump's campaign raised its challenge to the results of some. The states likely to win Biden to the judiciary are required to recount again in the disputed states with the exclusion of ballot papers in